Hey guys, today we will be talking about Lacrimosa's full kit, abilities, gameplay, best teams, and even her signature weapon. So, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the video. Lacrimosa is an S-rank Chaos character with a liquid arc type weapon. She is mainly a .dps character. Her kit revolves around playing this effect called Nightmare Stacks on enemies, and then triggering them for huge damage. And the more stacks an enemy has, the more damage they take. Now, the interesting thing about Lacrimosa is that she has two different fighting styles. One is her close range mode called Tomato Metal, where she fights aggressively using her frying pan with fast melee attacks. The second one is Tomato Percussion, which is more ranged focused and uses red jelly projectiles and AoE attacks. She can freely switch between these two modes during combat. Her main skill, Morning Tomato, instantly applies a huge amount of nightmare stacks while also dealing chaos damage. Once enough stacks are applied on an enemy, her combo finishers can trigger all those nightmare stacks together, causing a massive burst of damage at once. She also has a very unique mechanic where she can temporarily copy certain combat techniques, called Devilish Inspiration. Here she enters an aiming stance and attacks an enemy directly. If successful, she can temporarily learn that enemy's combat technique and replace her own skill with it. This is one of the most unique parts of her design because it allows her to borrow abilities from enemies. It's a bit more advanced and situational, but it adds a lot of creativity to her gameplay. She also has a plunge attack called Lycopersicum Meteors, where she drops from the air and crashes into enemies, dealing AoE chaos damage. The higher she falls from, the stronger the damage. Her ultimate, Working Day Judgment, changes depending on which attack mode she's currently using. If she's in Tomato Metal mode, she controls a truck that repeatedly crashes into enemies, dealing multiple hits of chaos damage while applying nightmare stacks. If she's in Tomato Percussion mode, she dismantles a car onto enemies instead, causing a massive AoE burst attack. Her support skill, Microwake, summons Isper constructs that deal AoE chaos damage. Now, on with her passive abilities. First, we have Sleepwalk, which allows her to transform into a bat and fly outside of combat. Next is Sleep In. This passive grants Lacrimosa an additional use of Morning Tomato after performing enough basic attacks, which helps her apply Nightmare stacks much more consistently during combat. Then there's Tomato Banquet, which increases her damage against broken enemies. Now, moving on to her arcs, the Last Rose, which is also Lacrimosa's signature weapon. It provides a 20% attack boost, 15% HP, and 12% chaos damage. On top of that, its unique effect restores 2 energy per second after using her ultimate and increases her nightmare damage over time by 25%. As for alternatives, Youthful Fantasy is a top-tier S-rank option. It increases break intensity and boosts chaos damage against enemies affected by break, making it a strong choice for her sustained DPS playstyle. Another great option is Fluff of Fleetness. This arc builds attack over time while Lacrimosa stays on the field, making it ideal for a main DPS role. Just keep in mind that the buff resets if you switch her out. But if you don't have any of those yet, which is likely for most new players, I recommend the A-rank arc Shiny Dates. It's a great budget option that provides a 25% attack substat and increases damage against enemies whose defenses have already been broken. For main stats, prioritize chaos damage percentage or break intensity. For substats, focus on crit rate, crit. Now, let's talk about teams. Daffodil is probably one of her best partners because she's amazing at breaking enemies. Lacrimosa gets bonus value against broken enemies thanks to her passive, so Daffodil helps unlock her full damage potential much faster. She also helps trigger Discord reactions, which are extremely important for Chaos teams. Sakiri is another really strong teammate because she buffs dot-related damage and helps maintain scorch effects. Since Lacrimosa's Nightmare is considered a dot effect, Sakiri indirectly boosts her damage output a lot. For the last slot, Haniel is probably the safest and easiest option. She gives strong attack buffs to the whole team and is super beginner friendly. If you want more survivability, then Fadia is amazing because she absorbs damage and keeps the team alive. Bisang is also a good option for Lacrimosa and can help trigger extra reactions and buffs. So that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.